Okay, now that we got more people here, what the heck is this card art?
Okay. I like your idea of a fae.
Yeah, this is Therese Nielsen Mirrodin Boob Armor Fae. That's my official no is wrong guess.
Like,
Oh god, it is Flusterstorm.
oh shit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
it's
I'm
not.
glad. So, like, when we were talking about this before, nobody recognized the art, so I'm glad that, uh, Earthbind 2.
It's Fluster. I always interpret Flusterstorm as something completely different looking than what it is. But it's drawn by one Erica Yang.
Alright.
Also drew Mental Misstep.
So, more cube. More vintage cube.
More cube. Cube!
Cube. So let me move this to the other monitor so that it is visible. And we will join another league. Again, I'm doing these in leagues because they make for better television. That's the down. I love playing in an 8-person pod. 30-minute downtime is just like,
yeah, not as good.
No, 30-minute downtime is awful, and also like I'm okay with the chance of stream ending after 30 minutes. That's okay. But like having to just be like, we got nothing going on. Hey, Jace. Ooh.
Hey, we have Jace as just an obvious pick.
The 1,000-year storm.
I wouldn't hate that card, but I'm not gonna pass. Okay, we also have the sword. We can become what defeated us, which is a classic taste.
It is.
Twin, I don't remember. I know in the modern cube they took out some of the twin targets.
I know Pestermite's around. I saw that.
Yeah, Pestermite. They might have taken out.
One Goblin guide. Hell yeah.
Okay, in another life, I would say do that. I know you don't like doing that, but I love Goblin Guy, but maybe in a different life, different time. So you like that, Jace?
Yeah, I'm okay on Jace. I'm okay on Sword of Body and Mind. What's below the cut? Wall Roots. Oh, Wall Roots ain't worth.
The storm pick is Dark Protection, Mystical Tutor.
I'm gonna do the dumb thing.
Oh God!
Okay, the play you don't expect.
So next one is
Firebolt versus Bob.
Firebolt versus Bob.
We also have Magus if we want to be a giant jerk, which might be
Magus.
That might work well for us, right? Like,
I don't hate it.
That's disruption that we normally wouldn't have access to.
Magus of the Moon. Nobody's gonna pick Firebolt.
Yeah.
It's a sorcery speed shock. Nobody's gonna pick Firebolt.
The cards I want out of here, I want Wooded Foothills, Sacred Foundry, Dark Confidant, Phyrexian Revoker, Firebolt.
I think we're getting like Harmonize on the Wheel, which we will not play. But
so, Kothon Hammerclan, Lodestone Golem, Pia Noir, Maze, which is nice.
If we want to go like the 4 mana version, like as Koth as our top end, like either Koth and Lodestone are both fine top end.
Yeah.
Pia is just kind of like pretty good. I'm a little underwhelmed with Pia. I like Koth von Hammerclan if we're doing mono mountains. Yeah, Kaz would pick Lodestone Golem because it's a 4 mana 5/3 that makes non-artifact spells cost 1 more. Okay, in the other world where we had picked 1,000-Year Storm,
we would have picked Mind's Desire followed by Tendrils of Agony. Yes,
but we've done that so many times.
Bonfire. I actually might think the Mutavault seems like
I like Mutavault for games where we don't use Magus of the Moon. Skull Clamp also a option.
Yeah.
An honest Skull Clamp.
Honest Skull Clamp. All right, I want to be the aggressor that nobody knows what to do anything about, and I don't get to. Wow, is there another person directly next to me doing the same thing? Or is there
Could have
just not
been.
enough support in this?
It could have been just not a card not in this pack.
But this feels like it's been 2 packs running. The Mutavault was a hedge pick.
Okay, so okay, what do we pick here if we're not doing
Like,
okay? Well, we have big red cards. If you ignore Goblin Guide, we have big red cards,
sure.
which makes like Slaver or Mer Battlesphere more appealing.
Perhaps?
Maybe Time Spiral.
Just completely shift here.
Maybe we wheel into Storm.
I'm gonna go with Murball. And hope that, okay, there's some more.
Okay. Char's playable and other kinds of
Char
things.
versus Hellkite is pretty reasonable. Also Batterskull and Baneslayer, the cards we auto lose to, but that's fine.
It's fine. We'll pick up a Manic Vandal.
Yeah, we need to find one of those. Okay.
Chain Lightning. Okay.
Okay. I like Zergo too, but... Okay, let's set this aside and sort this correctly. So the cards we want...
Are Wastelander Hazoret. How good when we hellbend ourselves versus how big a problem our land's going to be?
I feel like we want, like, this deck has a side effect of this little bit of disruption is part of why I'm looking at Wasteland over Hazoret. Hazoret's pretty real too, though.
Yeah, I think they're both really
what do you
defensible
think?
plans. I kind of like the Wasteland. Hazoret, I don't know if our ability to dump our hand is. If we can get it attacking, then that's very hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Wasteland and Magus do kind of hit the same angle already. But
that's the reason I like
Wasteland.
it. I want them to hit the same angle, alright?
Okay, so we can play Sword in this deck. Foundry or Bob?
We'll grab Bob. I have a higher chance of wanting to play Bob.
Plus, we like Bob.
Yeah, no, I've read the card before and I can run.
But if you've ever activated your Hazoret to get yourself from 3 cards to 1,
I always feel awful doing that.
You die. You lose when you do that. It's not fast enough. Sideboard stacks. Sideboard. Oh, disenchant maybe. Yeah.
Just in case.
Hey,
that's a good
nobody
last
respects
pick.
this deck.
All right. Sulfuric Vortex is a card we also want to have access to.
Any other good 1-drop creatures like the little monk lady? Maybe that guy.
Fire Drinker Satyr. We also have another worthwhile sword.
You have the Dorito. Maybe.
Actually, I mean, we wield the first sword. Why not? Like.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, this is my favorite sword, but we have the most powerful sword.
Yeah.
Fire Drinker's great. Nobody kills creatures in this format.
The other pick here would be Kolagon's Command, actually.
Yeah, the Cave Command.
And like
that kind of. That's a different kind of deck, I think. It's a more powerful card. Okay, yeah, nobody will pick the Fire Drinker Satyr.
Yeah, nobody's gonna pick the Fire Drinker Satyr. We just table it. Like, that's easy.
It's a 1-mana 2/1 it's a Jackal Pup.
Most people think SoFi is better than Sword of Body and Mind.
That is true outside of Limited.
Like one of these cards is like really incremental card advantage that wins you the game over time. One of them wins you the game like instantaneously. I'm fine with Sword not wheeling.
Either Glorybringer or the Dire Fleet.
Dire Fleet seems neat as a useful too, and D-Tutor is another.
Smuggler is another thing to
yeah.
Look at. I would be really happy if that Spyglass wheeled, but I think we're very likely to probably hit 1-mana cantrips off of the.
We steal your time walk. Get in.
Definitely.
Get in. All right, let's make this work. Mana Crypt, huh?
Fire Blast.
Fire Blast, though.
Mana Crypt's pretty good. But do we want to make the? Do you want to gamble on the nobody pick? Okay, what do we do with our extra mana? Our swords, our Koth, our bonfire. We
like turn 1 Magus. We actually have a lot of things to throw down on it.
Yeah, so we assume that nobody's going to pick the Fire Blast.
Yeah, that seems fair. And if they do, like, I guess we pick Probe, which is also not tabling, but, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Fire Blast is very likely because it's very costly to play. Okay, so we could have Pia and Pira and Kieran.
And you can play them both, and it works.
Yeah, I don't believe in Rekindling Phoenix. It's
not
too
in
slow.
this. Well, I mean, all the removal in this world, like, murders it.
Plus, okay, here's the upside to Pia and Kieran. We're getting up with a fair number of artifacts in our deck. We can just throw Manic Vandal, Winter Orb. Winter Orb wheel. Okay, I want more burn. I want more cheap creatures.
Yeah, we need more burn to make this work.
FTK though.
I'll take FTK, especially over Pyretic.
It's really competing with that plateau.
The reason I would want the plateau is the card next to it is the main problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go FTK.
Matt says that Kieran is a. Okay, there we go. That's exactly the card I want.
Yeah. The math says that Kieran is worth 1 colorless flyer.
Yep, he's worth 1 colorless flyer, and maybe he can sacrifice artifacts. Maybe he's the one that does that.
Well, he does the shocking. Pia can sacrifice artifacts as well, but not for shocking. I know there was the frenzy there, but like Bolt is some.
Yeah, Bolt is better, way better for. Plus, look at our red 4-mana cards already. Yeah, pick up Museum Mortars probably for our sideboard.
Yeah, Kitesail Freebooter would be a useful one as well if we actually end up in black. Hey, here's that card you were talking about.
Yep, this is the mono blue Reanimator card. Yeah. It's more like an Elvish Piper, but whatever. Is that what that card's called, or is Elvish Piper the lure elf?
This is the only one I'm looking at. Do you think we actually are going to be in black is the actual question here?
We passed that Terminate, which is the other thing that makes me like consider it. Flame Slash might be useful. These are both marginal cards, so pick what you're going.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a little bit of room just in case we want to pick.
And sometimes this happens.
Okay.
Because the pick clocks aren't super aligned.
Yeah. I just generally wait till I guess I picked a couple of the cards too quick. And there's our
There's the sword. There's Fire Drinker Satyr too.
I think I actually want the sword. I think the sword's more valuable now that we have Mana Crypt.
That's fair. I don't want to see Monastery Mentor.
We'll find more Fire Drinker Satyr like things, right? Like that's fine. Yeah, okay. Ooh, Copter's good here too.
Yeah, we're gonna. Okay, Mana Crypt makes bigger red cards fine.
Right. And that's the reason I like I'm fine. Especially like Glorybringer style 5-drops are good finishers. Glorybringer, Thundermaw Hellkite, Storm Breath Dragon.
Yeah, I kind of wish that was Storm Breath or Thundermaw, especially Thundermaw, but Glorybringer is also quite good. Looks like a big Crocodigator because it's from Crocodile Land.
It is. It's a big crocodile dragon. Check it out. It got a ring.
It's got a ring.
It doesn't like shooting dragons.
Yep, it respects other dragons, which obviously.
Thank you.
Are there any other dragons in Amonkhet? A sideboard card for their Inspiring Vantage, maybe? I don't know. Hey!
I don't know if we're playing the Orb, but actually we could be with that Mana Crypt. The ring makes me think of Twintania. I'll keep the Orb in the main for now.
Phiomancer's a interesting card.
Histotron, I invite you to watch Draft 1.
Magma Jet. That's probably it. It's Burn Spell. We already have a...
Phyrexian Metamorph has like...
Oh, Metamorph is also a real choice, but we have to remember the plan.
Yep.
Okay, so Dragons in Standard. Which is not what Glorybringer was. I meant to look up cards in the standard, the old standard format.
I think Metamorph is the only card I'm considering next to Magma Jet here.
Magma Jet is cheap enough that we can't rely on the it wheeling.
Right, because it's a card that you would actually play in some sort of like controller style deck.
But okay, Metamorph is an artifact and thus can be thrown by Pia and Kieran. So it also does 2 damage.
Let's do dumb stuff then. We'll pick that up. Wheel of Fortune. Ooh.
Fiery Confluence is pretty good.
This is the biggest lava axe in the known universe.
The lava axe, it also destroys artifacts.
Yeah.
So it's not worthless. There also a red card to splash off our Copperline Gorge with the Bloodbraid Elf, which we are not picking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love 6 to the dome. I also love, like, the fact that this could be, like, 4 to the dome, blow up an artifact. Like, it's got a lot going on. And 4 mana. Rabblemaster, Swift Spear, Mind Twist. Ooh.
I don't think it's Mind Twist.
Agreed.
I think it's Swift Spear.
That is kind of what our deck wants is more creatures like Swift Spear, right?
Yeah, because Rudmaster is really good, but it's this midweight card. We already have all these midweight cards.
Yeah.
It is really good though.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the Swift Spear. Avalanche Riders, Incinerate.
I like that Incinerate.
Yeah, I think Incinerate fits more with... we need a little bit more burn for this deck to be functioning. Hey, Recurring Nightmare. Hey, shoutouts to Sword of War and Peace, and maybe Avalanche Riders tables anyway.
Yeah. Then we can Recurring Nightmare our Avalanche Riders.
Yeah, the Lava Claw was the other card in that pack I actually liked a lot, because, like, again, a couple, like, if we got 2 duels, I'd be, like, happy enough to...
to play our guys.
Yeah. Anyway, let's pick up Incinerate.
Incinerate's a card I would like them to see a weird kind of functional reprint from. They can't because it says Regenerate on it.
Yeah, so you only get, like... what would that be? Like, 3 damage, like...
It'd have to be the X spell from the Blaze.
Yeah, the remove Indestructible.
Remove Indestructible and cannot gain Indestructible. Because that's kind of wordy. They probably wouldn't.
I think Abraid's my pick here. Again, we talked about Artifact Kill being real.
Plus, it gets blockers out of the way.
Yeah, this dragon costs 7.
That dragon does cost 7. If you use your Mana Flare, you could get to it.
Oh boy. Ooh, lightning. Ooh.
Runaway Steamkin. In our Mono Red deck?
In our Mono Red deck, huh? I know we don't... We obviously don't have the, Frenzy
to go with it, but it's also just... It gets really big. This is a huge creature. It could be a huge creature. Versus Lightning Strike. This is kind of a tough call, but I like the Steamkin.
I want to try it out. Like, this is a card that I feel like has a... What if Frenzy's next pick? It was in an earlier pack.
It's in pack 2, I believe.
Yeah. Yo.
Yeah, Lightning Strike can't carry a sword, so that's like the...
Yo.
Ooh, Grim.
That's a 1-drop I'm super happy about.
I love Grim. He uses he turns our old burn into new burn.
Yeah, recycles.
He can wield a sword.
Welder, Dark Dwellers. Dark Dwellers would be like replay Char, replay Incinerate, Chain Lightning, Bolt.
Not gonna lie, I kind of like Mishra's Factory here.
I think we're mono red the Factory. At this point, we haven't seen enough fixing for us to be in black. The only we might see Lava Claw reaches on the next thing.
Yeah, and if we see that, then we might play Bob.
Yeah, but
although Bob at this point, like Fire Blast and Glory Bringer and all these 4-drops, so let's get a little.
All right, so there's our table on Magma Jet.
Okay, so the weaker burn spell, tabled, but still a good one.
I don't care about any of these.
I don't care about it. Well, if you apply Urborg, we can have any number of swamps.
Oh yeah, that's our fixing, right? There's our black fixing right there. I should. How foolish of me.
Okay. That might be an upgrade to like.
I don't want a 3rd sword.
Yeah. It'd be a sideboard sword. Sideboard Fatal Push for when we add like 6 swamps into our deck when we sideboard. I don't know what we would push that we can't just burn.
Right, well, Tarmogoyf ain't in here anymore.
we can play Rival Master on turn 1.
Yeah.
And that game goes out of hand very quickly. Wasn't Red Machine the first Vintage Cube deck we got creamed by?
It was one of the earliest, if not the first. It was very good.
Okay. We have to look at our 4-cost cards and decide which of them suck.
A lot of these need to be cut down.
I kind of like Pia and Kieran just because of how many artifacts we ended up with, which was, I guess, 4.
So here's the thing. We only need to cut down, like, 5 to 6. Like, we don't have to cut down that much.
Mm-hmm. But, like, the Phoenix can go.
Phoenix...
Here's something a little bit blasphemous.
Hmm?
We could not play Flame Tongue Kavu. And maybe Bonfire too. Bonfire, we're gonna have trouble casting that for more than like 1 or 2.
Right. If we top deck it, it's cool, but we have no way to like force that. We don't have a top. We don't have like something to make that happen. So
we bring it in against elves or like any what's his name? The black-white planeswalker, Vampire Man, who's always making 1/1s.
Koth isn't really ever doubling our mana. Koth is attacking with 4/4s.
Yeah, Koth makes 4/4s. Maybe at some point we play him double, like get mana and then like place like some dumb Steamkin turns where like we take counters off Steamkin, that kind of thing. Soren, that's his name.
Yeah, there you go.
Like Avalanche Riders, maybe. How you feel on that Winter Orb?
It's going to be really good in the games where we have Mana Crypt and really annoying in games where we don't. Because everyone else has, like, Mana Rocks, right? Like,
yeah, like, Winter Orb would be for if that 1 and 2 drop pile were much bigger, but we ended up with some very, very powerful 3 and 4 drops, so.
So we're at 16 land right now.
Which we could maybe swing, but...
I'm a little worried. Oh, Metamorph is a 3, not a 4.
Because we have like Pia and Kieran and then Glorybringer, and we have some more 4-drops down there. Maybe Magus of the Moon is a sideboard card? Because we ended up with like... We have a Wasteland in our main deck to... Well, like natively disrupt non-basics. We do have some man lands.
Okay, so we bring that in games where we were playing against that 5-color.
Yeah.
Pile.
Have like
either of them.
We have a really deep sideboard, and I still like our deck a lot.
So the Mana Crypt had 13 mountains. Thanks, Suggestatron. That's exactly what our deck needed.
Maybe your installations have always been cursed. Right. So, and we can say we're not doing a fair deck because we have Mana Crypt in it, so we're good.
Yeah, Mana Crypt is the thing that sort of fixes this. I'm really happy playing things like Wasteland, Mutavault, Mishra's Factory because we're monocolored. And also, like, we don't have a lot of, like, color commitment. It's like, our 5-drops need 2, and if we're on 5 mana, we would literally have to be on these 4 cards to not be able to do that, right? Like...
And here's another sweet thing you can do. Mishra's Factory activates into an artifact. So you can activate it, and then tap it to throw it with Pia and Kieran for the final 2 points.
All right.
We used to do monocolored in the first iteration of Vintage Cube a lot. Like, a lot of our successes happened to just be like mono white, mono blue, mono black, mono red decks. And then eventually that devolved into...
Right. The 3-color monster, the 3 or 4-color.
But then we started playing Storm decks, and that all changed.
Yeah, we have 16 lands plus Mana Crypt. That's the... Yep. The count.
Mana Crypt is a land. Because it is. So we're playing something we've often derided, which is the Powered Cube mono red deck. But we're here to play 1-drops and kick in teeth. I'm in for it.
Yeah, the biggest thing that had me doing this was that I realized I'm gonna try this.
Yeah, this is not explosive, but it has sword and red spells.
Like if they play something early, we can knock it out the box. Okay, I like that against Island.
Yeah, that might be our turn 3 is not play sword, but is copy a brainstorm or a ponder.
Recall myself. Ooh. Oh dear.
Okay. We can play both.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Like next turn, we can sword equip.
Yeah, the reason I'm doing it this way and not trying to like worry about the Direfleet Daredevil stuff is because we make up this card advantage very easily with Sword of Fire and Ice.
Plus, we want to make sure we have a guy to
Yeah.
put the sword on, and there's not a card called Electrolyze in this cube anymore. Which wouldn't even do it anyways.
Yep. So we flip our coin. Tails.
Hey, miles per hour. So, let's see if they have a counter.
No.
They have 6.
I'm going to go ahead and put this on Direfleet Daredevil.
That's fair. Keep from firing it. Okay, in we go. And then next turn we have Swift Spear plus Chain Lightning. And our...
And the triple red if we want it from that.
Yeah.
Okay. Put our opponent to 12 on turn 3.
Yeah.
And we have a lethal next turn. Like...
Yeah! They have a swamp.
More signets!
More signets!
More signets!
I demand more signets!
Give me more signets! Deluge!
Batterskull. It's a pretty bad card for us, but I think we just have to ram everything into it. Maybe not the Swift Spear.
Maybe the Swift Spear. Because we can kill it with the Sword of Fire and Ice activation.
Yeah. So we we Swift Spear and then Chain Lightning the germ. And then attack with everything.
Yeah. Or I could just attack with Direfleet Daredevil.
Yeah, that's fair. And then if they either chump and we or we can shock it and kill it and then have to replay it.
Yeah, how about we do it that way? We just go in with Direfleet Daredevil.
Okay, yeah. And then like next turn,
hopefully we draw a Braid or...
Yeah. But we can also like it's gonna be soon where the Steam can outsize as a 4/4, which why would we move the sword to the Steam can?
Because it would attack for 5 instead of 4.
And then they would assure that they blocked it. It would attack for 7. When then they go up to 11 if they attacked, which they would.
Yeah, we don't want them to gain the 4, so let's just do it with the...
Plus we might move sword after we attack, if we don't do anything else.
Yeah. Okay, so here we shock the...
We shock the monkey.
God, I wish we knew what we were drawing, because if we draw into...
If we draw into Fire Blast, then now we just win. I think we draw Fire Blast for going to win anyways, so we might as well get their germ out of the way.
Force them to replay it, basically?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, we have surprise damage.
So let's get that out of the way. I'm gonna hold the Zergo.
Yeah, I think the dash means we can just dash it in.
There's no card we could draw that we couldn't play with the Zergo dash, so.
Hey, beat down. Okay. Opponent is mostly on stones for their fixing. They gotta have some. Will they have non-basic lands for us to turn into mountains?
No, it seems like we want as much like like artifact destruction as humanly possible.
Mm.
So, no, I feel like we're good where we are. They have so much artifact mana. I don't want Winter Orb, which is the problem I had with Winter Orb.
That's the problem with Winter Orb. FTK kills the germ. So, anything that's bad?
Yeah, I don't like Winter Orb against a person with a bunch of signets. That just seems...
Yeah.
And the problem with splashing command would be, like, we're highly diluting our deck. Like, this isn't Static Orb, it's Winter Orb. Winter Orb is they only untap one land. Static Orb is untap 2 permanents.
Mm-hmm. So, I think we might just rock it back.
Yeah, the only change I would think about making is the FTK, but we only know one thing so far, and I think we can run under it. So.
Yeah. We have Grim, we have a Wasteland that might get some work done.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
They might play some spells for us.
Oh,
they
hey.
immediately play something that we can Wasteland. Probably not Wastelanding it right away. Or no, we might do it because our hand's kind of slow.
Yeah, I'm going to do it because we don't have like a super aggressive start out of this.
Best thing they could do would be the, Island Ponder, which they didn't do. Because if they did that, we could play it. We'll just ram that out. Or do we want to get Grim down?
I think we get Grim down. And then, like...
Yeah, bide our time.
Yeah, I think we get Grim down. We don't play the Mana Crypt because it doesn't do anything for us, right?
Yeah, Mana Crypt doesn't do anything, yeah. If this were Monastery Swift Spirit, it would represent 1 damage, but...
Okay.
Okay, opponent is on what they do.
So now we're crypting. Sadly, we don't have all the mana for this, but I feel like the Wasteland is, because it knocked that back a turn, is worth it.
And also kill their blue source.
Yeah, they're off blue.
Which is like an important mana killer in this, Ajani. Okay, so they can either keep our guy from untapping or murder it. Looks like they are murdering it.
So Goblin guy off the top, or Swift Spear off the top.
Even Zergo.
Zergo off the top.
Glorybringer off the top?
I'll take that. Because that just goes and kills Ajani.
Yeah, it kills Ajani. Doesn't get the sword, but...
Yeah, but I mean, if it was killing Ajani, it didn't want it anyway.
Yeah.
Also, really good against Batterskull.
Really good against Batterskull, indeed. Our deck already had a Flame Tongue Kavu in it. It's called, this guy.
Yeah.
Are they killing our guy?
No, there goes our
they're killing
sword.
our sword. Oh. Oh well.
Sure, a lot of lands in this deck.
Yeah. Do you just want a useful knight? I think that's that guy's name.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the spells our opponent's going to play is removal, which...
Yeah, which doesn't seem as useful. Oh, dear.
Duplicant on Glorybringer.
Yep. So, means that it's fine that we exerted.
Well, you know what they say, one hand washes the other.
Yep.
I think we do this because it lets us attack, but there are potentially some very exciting things to duplicate in this match. But yeah, we do murder their guy. We only get a 2/4 because of
Yeah.
the moment that their duplicant leaves the battlefield, it forgets that it was a 4/4.
Yep, it is a 2/2 under the card, so...
Can they pass? Lost the flip. Ooh. That's a fast clock.
That adds up real quick on this.
Like, Legion More Boss is fun. Master is fun in the bun.
Is this the sweeper?
So if it's double black, it could be Languish, but...
Is this the Batter Skull?
Okay! So they have the guy that beats us.
Yeah, and we just used our duplicate, which is our really best and only answer to that. That's a card that just beats us, right?
Want to go to game 3? Because I can't think of anything that we... I think it's lifelink, right?
I think it's lifelink Vigilance Pro Red.
Yeah.
Pro Red. It cannot be upgraded. It cannot be...
anything except for duplicated.
Our only out in our deck would be Sword of Fire and Ice, but we're on a 2-turn clock anyway, so...
yeah, and they're going to go up to a bunch, and they get to gain... Yeah, they're because of our goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get them to play more cards.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. They might not, but...
They shouldn't.
So that card beats us flat, and we have no way of answering it. That's good.
So our goal is to beat them before they cast. Okay.
Hey, that's an important piece of information.
It's actually quite a bad card against us, but oh my god. Okay.
Because yeah, SoFi is the only thing that lets us sidestep it, but okay.
Even then,
that's not enough. We die back. So, all right. I'm feeling things like Avalanche Riders a little bit more against what our opponent is doing.
Avalanche Riders and Magus of the Moon seem better because they played a lot of non-basics that game.
Right, and also they were using like Academy.
So how about maybe
Pia out?
Like Pia can definitely come out. Maybe Pia and Kieran too.
I like Pia and Kieran for reach.
Yeah, I do too. But we gotta cut something for that Avalanche Rider.
Yeah.
Glorybringer.
No,
Glorybringer did work against Batter Skull. So.
Yeah, Glorybringer is one of our best answers to Batter Skull, and I like that.
Dire Fleet or Runaway Steamkin?
Dire Fleet seems really poor against them. That's Youthful Knight with no text.
Yeah, they're mostly other stuff.
All right. I know we have 12 creatures with Sword of Fire and Ice and Sword of Body and Mind, but we'll find them.
We got lands. Putting Sword of Fire and Ice on a Mutavault is a classic play. This has lots of artifact destruction in it.
I'm in, yeah, against this opponent. This like in a vacuum, I'm not the hugest fan of this, but against what our opponent does, where it just has a bunch of artifact destruction, that's pretty good.
And then we draw Runaway Steamkin. Yeah, that's exactly the card I was hoping for. The Grizzly Bear.
Because now they play Rakdos Signet, and we play a Braid on
Rakdos Signet. Surely this is more like a Monogorger Hydra type guy.
Yeah. So if we draw our third land, then we play Char killing that?
Maybe Char.
Because
Char doesn't kill Batter Skull, whereas Manic Vandal kills whatever thing they would want to.
The other thing is, though, that Char is reach.
Char is reach. We could just Manic Vandal it because that gets a board. Maybe our plan is to end this game quickly with Fiery Confluence and Char.
We have 10 points of burn. I think we should play that direction.
We have even more with Grim. So if we draw lands, we're going to draw cards that. If we draw lands, the cards we have are the only cards we need to win this game. If we don't draw lands, basically anything we draw is a live card.
Yeah. They're waiting here. Do they have days?
Or Force of Will?
One of those two? That'd be kind of bad.
You still get the counter if they do. It's cast. Nope. Okay.
Cool.
In we go. We can also, if nothing else, we can play Grim and activate
Right.
Mishra's Factory.
Well, no, hell, we could even, like, play Grim and then play Glorybringer. Triple red.
Yeah!
Kind of like...
play Grim. I kind of like that. That turns our 3 counters on the Steamkin into a 4/4 flyer. Does that also let us activate Mutavault?
No, we're a little short on that. Hey! So yeah, Runaway Steamkin is
yeah, doing what it does best, which is not getting killed the moment you play it.
So yeah, this was definitely the match where the smash and grab technique is a little good, right? Like,
seems great to me. Man, we were attacking for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we had 10 points of burn and 2 in the yard. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I could have like char plus activation, and then next turn. Hey Shabadoo.
Hey Shabadoo. Yeah. We had to pick one pack, one Jace, and I was like, oh, there's a Jace in this pack, and then Jin's offhand said, I could pick that Goblin guy as a joke, and then he picked Goblin guy as a joke.
Yeah. Ooh.
It seems like a fine hand.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. I like the Wasteland is actually the biggest. Yes.
Wasteland decks traditionally good against Colonnade decks.
Well, I'm cool with wastelanding a Colonnade. That's fine, putting us both back in time.
So off their blue source. Yeah, I also love Goblin guy.
Okay, come on, get probe.
Oh man, they're off blue. Oh god, okay, that's just a life-linking bear.
So yeah, we just play the Daredevil because we need a body.
That thing doesn't even have prowess. It looks like it should, but it doesn't.
Alright, it has instants and sorceries gain lifelink.
Oh.
Interesting.
Let's see what they grab. Mother runes?
Monastery Mentor? 2 toughness or less. Stoneforge Mystic?
Stoneforge Mystic.
That'd be a good one.
We're secretly good against all of those cards because we have a Wrath and Artifact Destruction in our hand. Palace Jailer.
Oh, fuck. Oh, so there goes our creature on the next turn.
We could play Sword.
And then next turn we could like Zergo Sword if they didn't have a blocker. Ugh, that sucks. Actually, no, next turn I just Fiery Confluence to Wrath their board.
Yeah, that seems fair. And
yeah, they're gonna draw a couple cards off it, but Zergo should be able to get us.
Zergo will, yeah, we just let them we let them Palace Jailer our guy. We wrath the board. They draw 2 cards off of
So we're attacking here because they're going to be Palace Jailering our creature. There's no reason to hold it back to block. And if they don't play the 4th land,
green.
So they're Bant. So Palace Jailer, yep.
Okay.
You become the Monarch. So this is where we just wrath their board.
Yeah, and Zergo will get us the Monarchy back, likely.
Yeah.
We can speed it in with the sword.
And they get to draw extra cards here. So yeah, Fire Confluence, 1 damage to each creature, 2 damage to each opponent. So these are 2/2. 2/2.
So we need
2/2. So we need 2
yes.
damage.
Yeah. I thought we'd have done that in this deck.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's an option. That's what makes the card great. Also, combat damage steals the Monarchy, not any damage, which makes it...
Yep. So you have to have a creature.
Okay.
They found their Islam.
Please play a blue or... Perfect.
Green creature, yeah. Oh, it makes 1/1s! No!
God, it makes 1/1 white soldiers! Son of a bitch. Oh, that's awful.
It's gonna make getting the Monarchy back hard. Unless we draw a Glorybringer.
You can't cast Glorybringer. I think I cast Zergo and Char killing this.
That seems fair, yeah. The lifelink doesn't matter as much at this juncture. Do we want to do it when they're tapped out, or can they draw something we would prefer to char than Tristani?
I'm gonna try this for a dumb combat trick.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna try blocking one of the 1/1s?
Right, because you can't block creatures with 2 power or greater, but if Tristani's gone, they're 1 power.
Is Zergo Bellstriker the only orc with the Ironclaw orc ability in new orcs? And they're gonna path our guy. That's actually fine because we have a 4/4 haste in our hand.
Kind of want to draw another. What are you doing mid combat here?
Oh no, don't have
Resto? They're gonna resto. Shit.
No.
Believe that's the game.
Yeah, I think we're done here.
Because our opponent's on draw 2 a turn and we can't get in. By the way, that's the power of Palace Jailer.
That's the power of being
monarch. This card is incredibly powerful. So they're gaining a bunch of life. They're at 22. They've made another pair of lifelinking soldiers. This is an over game. So let's move to 2. They're almost mono white.
Yeah, their green is for like Tristani. Their blue has to be for something.
I like FTK more in this match.
I like FTK a lot in this match. They're very creature heavy.
I almost like Bonfire in this match.
I also kind of like Bonfire too. What do we don't like?
I'm thinking Pia again. And again, like Direfleet had like a path at least to grab.
Yeah,
but
it's better than the last match, but maybe not in this one.
Or maybe just something like Manic Vandal. I don't know how heavy they are on artifacts at the moment.
Yeah, they've shown 0 artifacts.
We still have a Braid if we need that.
We still have a Braid and Confluence, so
sure.
This one looks great.
I like Rabble Master. I like Char here.
I like Lava Man if we can get any cards in the yard.
Roll the 5. Rabble Master's pretty good against that sort of play.
Rabble Master is pretty good against roll the 5.
Yeah.
Divine Visitation. Hey, Goblin guy. Don't reveal lands, please.
We're gonna fix your mulligan.
Well, if it didn't fix their mulligan, it would have made their hand better than that. What do we got?
Path. Wow.
Okay, let's see if they get the land off of it.
Kitchen Finks.
Kitchen Finks. Okay. Finks is okay against us.
Well,
that seems fine.
Do we do that over before Rebel Master?
We might want to get Rebel Master going. This lets us activate Pia and Kieran, or let's activate the Pia and Kieran later, but I like getting the Rebel Master going.
Impulse.
Balance.
Wow.
The card that gets them out of the situation.
Yeah, that's
balance for you. They have to discard a card, though.
So I should have held the Rabble Master, because that's something I can play on 3.
Little did we know that our opponent had balance. And they discarded...
yeah, that mulligan all of a sudden is no longer relevant. Mm-hmm.
It might be a card we care. It's not a card we care.
I'm not willing to blast that quite yet.
Mostly a 1/1 at it.
Yeah, because it dies to a 1/1. Char is for something like when they play out Tristani's Chitter.
Which it might be the card that's attacked. Nope, they took a shot to play the Finks.
Yep.
That's cute. Okay.
All right.
Let's
in with
here.
Thopter.
Yeah, Thopter seems like a fine thing to attack with. You could even consider attacking with 2, but 1 is probably safer.
Because I'm likely block sacking with the other, is my thought process. So still holding this char in case they play Trostani's Hell Dude.
Or that, maybe. Do?
Yeah, that's worth killing. Maybe in combat, but it's definitely worth killing. It prevents all damage target permanent would deal.
Or it becomes a 4/4, or you can't lose the game while you control it.
If I'm going to use Thopter token, I need to do it now.
That's probably fair to do. Like in response, kill the Soulfire Grandmaster.
Yeah, or I could just char Gideon and kill him in response.
Yeah, it could just, yeah. It's 3 to activate Pia and Kieran, right?
Yeah, it's 3, not 2.
Like Siege Gang.
And this is only one-sided. It just prevents damage that Pia and Kieran would deal, not would be dealt to. Unlike,
Various Fox. They didn't attack? Okay. Well, that's a dead card.
Yeah, a little bit.
I thought about activating Mutavault there, but trading for half a Kitchen Finks.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that trades for half a Kitchen Finks. I do like that we have 6 points of burn.
Yeah.
And then here's Trostani's Hell. Okay, so I'm wrathing their board.
We can do 3 to wall, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then shock.
Do we have the mana? Yeah, we have none of that because of Mana Crypt. Okay. So we get to attack. They also get to attack. You can also choose to not take damage here because the Thopter's dying anyways.
Yeah, I do need Pia and Kieran alive.
Yeah, we need them alive, but untapped Thopter could maybe eat it so we don't take as much damage. I don't know.
Well, we prevent the lifelink.
Oh, we do, yeah. We shock them.
Yeah.
Sphinx is a 4/3, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, you gain control of all things.
Ooh.
That's a good follow-up. Actually, no, we can't let them gain that much life.
Yeah, we have to.
Because they're gaining so much life if we don't kill their guys. For those at home who might not know, the trick would be if we could equip the sword onto a creature, it would not take damage from Fiery Confluence.
Problem is, we would need one more mana, or a couple more mana for that. So what we do here is we
can attack with Thopter first, right?
Oh yeah. Undo. 1.
Yeah, get him.
Okay. So shock Trostani.
We need to tap. Yeah. Doesn't really matter.
And then we just Fiery Confluence for 2, actually.
Yeah, then we can hose them some more.
Because this isn't like Hearthstone, where
their toughness will wear off, and then the extra damage will murder them.
Yeah. So we want 1 damage to each creature twice, 2 damage to each opponent.
They do get Finks back, which is a little annoying.
Yeah. Also annoying is we control Mana Crypt. Maybe we should have sacked that instead, but.
We might get used for the mana later on.
Well,
but yeah.
The big thing is we actually get used for the mana right away. Because we go Sophie, Mutavault on.
Yeah. And they're in this situation where they're darned if they do, they're darned if they don't.
They're forced to chump block here.
Yeah, because we kill the Finks anyways if they don't, and we get to draw a card.
Sure.
Okay, Heart casting their search. As they get a land out.
Continue on Tails. A card I can't play right now.
A card we can't cast. Because it says it's not a May.
Yeah, that is not a May.
We might draw a card we can cast. It's very likely that our opponent dies next turn. Here's the dumb question. Another Sword of Fire and Ice?
Oh my god.
That would be lethal, but...
Paying 2 life is no measure.
Yeah. Okay. If we draw a land, we can do that anyways next turn, but we probably couldn't be able to FTK.
Right. And like, what if, like, do you think they might have things we want to metamorph?
That's the question, ain't it?
I'm gonna pass.
Yeah, that seems the because we can always do this again later if we need to. Whereas if they have like a shatter or something in response, then we just get a mutable.
Yeah, they play Swamp and play Sphinx of the Steel Wind. We need to do something about it.
Yeah.
Are they winning if they play things we need to copy? Yes. Oh my god. I am the Monarch.
We are the Monarch. They did that to draw a card.
And chump.
Mm-hmm. Little did they know, they did neither of those things. Do they have instances of sorceries? They just have
Path and
search
and balance.
Okay, so we have an emergency balance. We need to. I think we just metamorph their guy and then attack them, right?
Yeah.
Wait, do we metamorph their guy or do we FTK their guy? If we metamorph, we can activate an attack, right?
Yeah.
Whereas if we FTK, can we activate an attack if we FTK?
Yes.
That might be better because it kills the Palace Jailer, so that if they kill our Palace Jailer, then their Palace Jailer doesn't come back.
Well, no. It doesn't come back on killing Palace Jailer. It comes back on you become the Monarch. You need to steal the monarchy again.
Yeah.
I guess maybe that means killing it is better.
Yeah, whereas FTK it accomplishes the same thing. It puts more power into play. I understand the appeal of metamorphing their Palace Jailer because I really wanted that to happen, but I think the FTK is just a better thing. We shouldn't be sad about casting Flame Tongue Kavu. We love.
Well, the thing is, we can copy FTK next turn is the breaker in my mind.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Plus, they're almost certainly going to die because we're drawing so many cards. Like, if we draw Fire Blast,
yeah,
they just die.
Here's Incinerate.
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey, they do have Fear Day for our guy. It's so lovely. So I just realized we have Incinerate for
2 cards bottom.
We have Incinerate for their Finks.
No, this doesn't exile.
I was thinking of the other card. That's right. Does that card exist? Instant speed 3, exile if it dies? I don't think it does.
No,
it's
that's
only
on
ever been sorcery.
That's either sorcery or at 3 mana called Carbonize.
Yeah, I think that could be a 2 mana effect.
We have the 1 mana version of it that's like Magma Spray, but that can't go Dome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any information that we want to affect? We know they have balance.
Balance. I'm like okay on Rekindling Phoenix in the matchup, but they have swords is a bit of a problem. They have actually they have too much exile removal for that to be worthwhile.
They have ways to cut it both ways. Where like Pia and Karen get weaker against balance, but and like this Phoenix is better in that circumstance. But then P and Kieran is much better against Path to Exile,
Right.
whereas the Phoenix dies to that. So you can't win.
I'm okay on this.
It's a keepable hand.
I don't like it, but
it's a little reactive.
Yeah, that's his main problem, is it's missing it.
Well, our opponent does play a lot of creatures.
I'm just gonna recreate turn 1 again.
Yeah.
One of the
Never
reasons,
suffer a colony to live.
Yeah, one of the reasons I like doing that is because it means that it's a lot less like our opponent could just be on a poor hand. All right, that's just Magma Jet.
Yeah. Jet them.
I don't want them to have lifelink.
Daredevil might be bottom, but I think Rabble is on top, don't you think?
Yeah, I think Rabble's a good threat. So gives us a possible 3. What if I metamorph that?
When it dies, you can metamorph again. Maybe we can trade and then like FTK it. That's a pretty clean trade.
So one thing we don't want to do is have them trade. Triggers go active player, non-active player. What that'll mean is that our Finks will come back to an open board.
Yep. So we want to play something first.
Yes.
But they're not going to let us do that.
Cool thing, if they attack with the Finks, we kill Gideon.
That's very true.
Because I chain lightning plus Rabble Master. Okay.
Here you can Rabble Master. You can still Rabble Master chain them and like threaten the Gideon with the Goblin.
Well, how about we just FTK the Finks and then that sets up for a little better.
FTK with the Finks also makes Fiery Confluence maybe something.
Yeah. So kind of a dumb thing. The change in targeting rules makes this weaker.
You can't kill Planeswalkers with it.
Yeah, because it's each opponent. It can't hit walkers, or else I would just do that.
It's weird that how they decided which cards do that and which cards don't. They have like a logic behind it, but then also they just picked cards that wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah. At some point, they just had to make those decisions, and it was like, well... So the thing I like is because if it could, you know, we could like blast Gideon for 4 and then, you know, like clear the board of 1/1s. I want a 5th land.
Yeah, 5th land for Glorybringer.
Because I want Glorybringer to be able to knock out
whatever they play here. Just Time Walk. Gideon doesn't have an ultimate, so you don't have to worry about that. He's just annoying.
Right, he just emblems for can't lose the game. Okay, so this is literally just explore.
It's like Manamorphose, actually, because it makes 2 mana and then untap and draw a card.
That's an annoyance and a half. Well, they're all coming to play effects.
Yeah, they're all coming to play effects.
So it's actually better than... That's actually going to be really good pretty quick.
Plus they could attack here. And they have to Rabble Master they have to Parallax the Rabble Master at the right time where we get a Goblin.
Yeah.
They are kind of getting our butt kicked.
Yeah, Glorybringer ain't gonna work.
It's probably Rabble Master Chain Lightning.
Yeah, or even like use Mutavault as a blocker on... Let's Rebel Master. Let's make them... Because the thing is, when the wave comes back, it's going to look very bad for them.
Yeah.
They didn't have a stop on our main. Because why would you? They didn't have a
stop on our main.
Why would you?
Do that. You have to do that all the time in Arena. Putting stop on people's mains. You have to.
Yeah.
If they have... There aren't a lot of spells that flicker permanents. But if you do flicker Parallax Wave, then When it leaves play, yeah. So everything comes back. If you flicker Parallax Wave, it does come back with the all 5 fading counters.
I'm gonna do this so they can't resto. Okay, that makes sense. I'm fine with that because that is time off the Parallax Wave. I just didn't want them to resto it.
Yeah, the restoing it would have been very bad.
Yeah. Because the more time we waste on that wave, the wave is just them stalling. We have way too much power under that. Because, like, their Finks comes back, we blast the Finks, we copy the things look really good for us.
Things are a little weird. We can't do things like double blast it because of the triggers go on the stack at the same time.
Yeah, it's a bit funky.
Plus, the Finks changes zones, so things that we're targeting before.
Right, so it gets kind of weird in that way. But once the wave is gone, a lot of our opponent's threat goes down immensely. There's also only 1 counter left on that wave. So yeah,
okay,
that's
how
fine.
many cards do they have in hand?
3.
Okay. Card I'm afraid of is Balance, which they
that wouldn't do too much.
Okay, now that they activated Gideon, it wouldn't do too much. If they did it before, if they flickered at the Goblin, lost their Parallax Wave, and then balanced, it would have been extremely bad. So here we just attack with everything, right?
Yeah.
Rabblemaster and Glorybringer both kill the...
So what do we attack Gideon with? Both?
It could be both to ensure Gideon dies, and then we send the goblins at because Rabblemaster gets +1/+1 for each attacking goblin, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they're both 4 power, and then we send the goblins at
face because they're irrelevant.
Although if they can kill both Glorybringer and a goblin here.
No. This is like when it attacks, like they would have to kill the goblin right now. I think they have Resto Angel. Oh, Archangel Avacyn.
That's okay because it itself does not have indestructible.
Right. Also, it's gonna die to
Flame Tongue Kavu
or flip. No, they get to kill both here. Ooh, this gets really weird. This gets really weird really quick. Well, okay, it's gonna die to FTK.
Yeah. So they do...
They kill our Glorybringer and get to keep Gideon.
And they put the goblin under the Parallax Wave, right?
Yeah. Which means we're gonna get it back, because Fading falls off now. There's no counters left.
Mm-hmm. So if they have balance, here is the point where it breaks our back. Because they... Speaking of...
I guess we copy that Archangel Avacyn?
I think we copy that Archangel Avacyn. I don't think ours can flip, but it's still just a big creature.
And then we FTK Archangel Avacyn, of course.
Yeah.
And our team becomes indestructible. So, when Archangel Avacyn dies transform, okay. So it doesn't exile and transform.
Yeah, so cards that would transform but have no back cannot transform.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't like that at all.
We still need to kill Gideon.
We have any number of things. Avacyn does that by herself.
Well, Gideon stops Avacyn from doing that.
Okay, then we have to send
some
FTK and goblins.
Yeah, some Gerblins go do it.
Beautiful.
So one of the things was that the copy was coming in at the same time as the other creatures, so it could only copy things that were currently in play. It could not copy Finks, it could not copy Rabblemaster, it could not copy FTK. Because those were not in
play. It comes into play.
Yeah,
as it was coming into play, the only thing that was in play was Archangel Avacyn.
Okay, so Archangel Avacyn is a hella good blocker as well.
It's currently indestructible.
Ooh. I can hardcast that shit.
I'm still so afraid of balance. I'm such a coward right now.
Why? They have creatures. We'll just keep Archangel Avacyn. It's not bad.
I know. I was really afraid of it last turn because like when they activated, yeah. But now it's not so bad because the Parallax Wave is dead. So FTK probably goes after Gideon. Goblins definitely go after Gideon.
Let's do that.
Yeah. They might. Okay, they almost certainly block here. He might Fire Blast Gideon. I don't know. It lets Archangel Absent attack.
Thing is that Gideon's gonna die to these tokens very quickly.
Yeah, they can't really. Because we get 4 tokens next turn, so Gideon definitely will die. We need to hold up Fire Blast.
Yeah.
She keeps wanting to transform. Yeah,
every turn that's gonna happen.
You're just a 4/4 flying vigilance, I think. I should know what this card says because it won me a draft.
God damn it!
Sealed. More Gideons.
More Gideons. Help.
This one might be worth our Fire Blast.
Yeah, they didn't pump it or whatever. It's just on 4.
Mm-hmm.
They have to prevent all damage that Evason would deal. And then the other Gideon will probably... Okay, end step, cast, target this Gideon. Sup.
Gideon. This goblin found the Fire Blast inside the mountain and then died. Well, that's a card we're never casting.
Yeah. Not a 10.
Activate... Do we want to cold Mutavault back to block, or do we want to activate it and send it in? Because
I think we want to kill Gideon, and that necessitates activating the Mutavault in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks, but
I'm okay trading a land away. We've cast our 6-drop, and we have another main land in the deck.
So these all have to attack Gideon.
There you go, little Goblin. So they can trade for... They can eat a Goblin and trade Finks for the land, and then Gideon will die.
Yep. And then Archangel Avacyn is free to attack.
They did that wrong. Okay. Unless they have an angel.
Yeah, do they have an angel? Like,
or are they trying to draw to that out? I don't know.
We've already seen Parallax Wave used. Happy to have, again, Fiery Confluence is a real big burn spell in the back pocket.
Yeah, they drew dead.
Okay.
Which means we attack for 9 next turn.
I don't think Rabble Master's getting in, but Archangel.
No, but it is just five goblins and Archangel.
Yeah. Archangel's a really good threat here.
Okay.
That good of a Rabble Master's also a very good threat here.
You know what this does? Is it shuffles a Path of Exile into our deck.
Yeah, right,
yeah,
right to the top.
Right to the top. Do we cast that? Or do we hold on to it? We can also do Brainstorm. Or Time Walk? Yeah, okay. Let's do a Time Walk.
Let's do the Time Warp again.
Hey, oh no. As we all know, we do the Time Walk again.
Yeah.
Time Warp costs 4. Oh, is that Time Warp? Yeah, it's Time Warp. There's Time Stretch. That costs 10. Have you ever cast Time Stretch? I've never cast Time Stretch before.
I have cast Time Stretch.
Oh, we're doing the Crime Walk again. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. Maybe a grizzly bear. Whatever, we can attack for mini.
Like, are they willing to chump, or are they willing to go to 6 exactly?
Okay. You dare bring light into my lair! You must die! Very good. Lava axe.
I thought about caring about counter spells, but if they didn't counter time walk,
yeah, if they didn't counter time walk, then yeah. So we're 2-0 right now.
All right.
Can we go to the 3-0 with our mono red deck?
I love Lava Axe for -1 cost for +1 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, time stretch can be deflected. I did have a game where I paid 1 red and had target player lose the game. Like they took 40 damage from me playing like refractor from like ricochet trap or something like that to steal a time stretch in my Karavek deck, and they're like, "No, you'll kill everyone at the table if you get that." Like, I concede. Like, good job, you did it.
Multiplayer is weird for that reason. Because if they concede while it's on the stack, once a player leaves a game, all things that they have left the game, so the things leave the stack, and all the creatures the bad thing about playing Kiri the Greathearted as an EDH general is once opponents concede after they control all their steel golems and the things that make their land space out, this is probably a mulligan.
Yeah.
You gain control of all the things again. It sounds great.
Cool. Yeah, that's fine.
I think we want to. We play Zergo, right?
Oh yeah, we just want to like get that moving right now. There's no we don't have mana to like invest in long term.
So yeah, that's why when you play Kara the Greathearted, you have to play Claws of Gix, so that when your opponents decide they don't want to pay the upkeep for their illusions of grandeur. They you have to have a way of sacrificing target permanent.
Yep, or else you know. Good them. Okay.
Yeah.
So the other thing that's weird about multiplayer concessions is Oblivion Ring effects, and not like Banished Light effects, but Oblivion Ring specifically, because they don't trigger. The player's not there.
Because they don't leave the battlefield, they just change control.
Yes! That's exactly what I wanted out of our opponent.
Yeah, I'm dirtling with a Signet.
It's exactly the sort of crap we need. I want to play Manic Vandal on 3 to blow up a Signet every time.
Several of my creatures were stolen, including Gisela. I killed... Oh no, Black Lotus.
Oh shit. Oh.
Okay. That's not that scary. A Silverblade Paladin is pretty nasty, but
if I really need to,
we can murder it if need be. Some Mardu, huh? It's gonna be Lingering Souls? Flicker Wisp, which has a weird interaction with Silverblade Paladin.
Oh my god, am I fire blasting a goddamn Silverblade Paladin?
We might do it next turn.
Like, try to catch that Flicker Wisp in combat?
Or, yeah, maybe that. Plus, they can't... Oh, they're... Oh, okay, they're doing it that way. They're flickering a land. Okay.
Because, like, this way I can kill this and then block that with a token.
Yeah, since we have Monocrypt and we drew extra mountains, so I think we're fine sacrificing mountains now. There's only 2 of them.
Opponent only has 2 cards left in hand before their draw step, so...
Yeah, using Black Lotus will do that to you.
Yeah.
That's the one downside the card has. There's only one of them. Okay.
Sure.
I'm happy with that exchange.
Yeah, that could be worse.
I don't like them getting the Scry. Because when you're low on cards, a Scry 2 is adjacent to drawing a card. It's not as good. People keep saying it is. It's not. It's adjacent, though.
When you have enough mana 2 cards top says a lot.
Yeah. Okay. I'm throwing 3 cards at your Silverblade Paladin.
And then half a card here, so we make it up. Nice. Pia leaves and Pia and Kieran appear.
I found my husband. He was in the graveyard because he's dead.
I guess I can sack Thopters now, which is nice. 1 card in.
Thopters? Chain Light? Okay. Man, if only our lands, if our lands were untapped, but whatever.
Yeah, if only we didn't sack 2 lands, right?
If only, if only. Here we go.
Alright, they're on top decking. They scribed this card to the top 2, so this is bound to be real. Batterskull, are we losing to that?
Single white? Nope, not single white.
Hey, my good old friend.
Gideon Jura.
Yeah, the original.
Okay, I'm going to guess. Okay, they didn't plus. Okay. It makes sense they didn't plus. There's a fair number of things we can draw that just kill that, but we're probably not drawing. We drew something that did adjacent to kills it.
Yeah.
If they have a block for Rebel Masters, it's kind of bad, because I'm going to guess they're going to plus Gideon. Because they can't do anything else.
Yeah, but like the thing is that this is the end of their scryed cards.
Yeah, so they're on rando cards. We've met the 3rd Gideon. And we met the 4th Gideon last draft.
I don't want this to be...
something that costs 3 mana. 4 mana, Anguish Unmaking.
Okay, the thing is there that we still kill Gideon regardless of whatever play is made with Gideon now. Yeah, so they should probably 0 and attack us for 6, because that is a clock.
Puts us down up there, so they do.
Yeah, they recognize the good play. Because that puts us to 12.
They had to pay live to pay that English Unmaking.
They did.
We're decked with Confluence in our deck. So we draw Dragon or Sward. No, we drew a Mishra's Factory. That's of all
fine.
the lands we could have drawn, that was one of the better ones.
Right. Okay, got opponents still on the top deck. We can attack for 5.
Like how the Goblin has blue taste rather than but the tokens get to have normal flying.
Ooh.
Goblin Guy. I love you, Goblin Guy.
Reveals.
You know, I don't think. Oh.
I'm unhappy about them top decking Lightning Helix. It's not enough though, because they still take 5. They still take 5.
You must die.
All right. Shit.
Okay, so our opponent's on like Boros. Manic Vandal seemed great.
Yeah.
Did FTK seem good? What was their creature base?
Soulfire Paladin and Flicker Wisp were the 2 we saw.
Okay, that might be good.
Yeah. Opponent is on Black Lotus as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so opponent's playing like a sort of mediocre Mardu deck with some power.
Pia Noir out. Anything else that seems better than Pia Noir out? Because I actually think Pia is okay in this matchup, but...
Daredevil?
Now, Daredevil had some good targets.
Yeah, they had like Bolt and Helix, yeah, so that's another day at the office. Sad that we didn't sideboard pick that sort of War and Peace.
Hey, what's up? Pro your deck.
I have your sword, that's pro your deck. I will be back in a minute.
Sounds good. Ooh, it finally happened. One of the rare instances. I still don't know if I would keep this even on 1 mountain is the problem. Yeah, let's go ahead and do what we have to, because this is not capable. Sure. I like having Metamorph here. Figure, huh? Okay. Haha, hey Manic Vandal. So because I had to Chain Lightning on 1, I don't get to Mishra's Factory attack on 2, which is... That was the math I made by doing that. I was planning on playing the Factory on 1 there, but the figure... We mulled to 6.
Yep, I saw the amazing hand with no mountains.
Yeah, we do Manic Vandal here into...
So we're gonna so we rift bolted their guy. That seems fair. We can murder their other stone. We could also consider stealing the stone if we really want to, but
we don't need it right now. Look at it. It's 2 of their colors. Like, that's a...
Yeah, that's definitely a powerful...
I want to cut them off their colors.
Let's say play a creature we really want right now.
Hero Blade Hold? Like...
It's about what it would have to be.
Oh my god, something I can Magma Jet? I mean, I won't get the Scry, but I'll kill it.
Yep, that does seem fair.
And we absolutely don't want that. See, I'm doing this because I absolutely want to Manic Vandal that color, because it puts them so off color.
Yeah, puts them off color. They might have been relying on that if it gets card advantage.
Okay, so no Scry.
So they played a 4-mana 2/2, but target player loses 2 life on its text. And we can use 2-mana shock to kill it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's like we're playing Magic.
Yeah.
But
Alright. Thank you, Manic Vandal. If they play another artifact, I can just do it again.
Yep.
Shit.
They drew their Blood Crypt.
That's fine, whatever.
That's fine. They didn't use the mana off of it last time. Oh, yeah. This might be an activate thing and attack. This might be Wasteland them activate attack kind of turn.
You can't have red or black mana. Get the hell out of here.
They have Resto Angel?
That's what I was scared of, and I'm really glad that we get to stop that in combat. I want them to Magma Jet or Helix so that my Direfleet Devil looks really good later.
Okay, so that's why they had left, because they took the shock on that.
Pay 2 life to stop 2 points of damage. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's a fair. Plus they get the Scry.
Bottom 2.
Bottom 2. Okay. Playing with Wasteland, because we play these 3-color decks so often, we don't get to play with Wasteland a lot.
Oh, they're off black.
Proudmaster's okay against here.
Yeah, that just keeps introducing 1/1s that, like...
Plus we can Univault our Rebel Master, then things start getting nasty.
They don't have black for the flashback, which is really good.
Direfleet does exile after you cast it. So if we draw a land, we can't cast it for its flashback cost, we have to cast it for its cost.
Yeah, so okay, so let's metamorph the... Oh! Well, if we metamorph this, the Rabble Masters have to attack.
That's fair.
Is that okay?
But, it would get us a Goblin and kill both their guys.
Alternately, turn on Mishra's Factory, attack with both Incinerate if they double block.
That seems fair, yeah. We can Metamorph Rabble Master next turn. And if we draw a land next turn, then if they fail to flashback, then we can steal it.
Right, and I want to steal that. Also, we have Magma Jet to steal if our opponent's life total gets a little out of hand, you know? So I'm only willing to Incinerate if they go for the double block, but I am willing to Incinerate if they go for the double block.
It's just because the Rabble Masters is so important for us. They have path here. It's kind of lame, but they have sixth.
They would have played it. They wouldn't have even bothered to try to get in combat.
I think that they might, if they smelled our incinerate, then the double block there, then path and afterwards makes sense. Here they can flicker a goblin.
Yeah, that removes one of our attackers. I can Magma Jet that out of the way.
And then that gets us a lot of damage.
That gets us 6 through?
Yeah.
And then I still have Metamorph on Daredevil for like a super later turn.
Sadly we can't squeeze Swift Spear into that, but we'll draw other spells. Our deck has a lot of them.
Give me that Magma Jet.
That's for scrying too.
Yeah. Koth?
Koth von Hammer Clan is probably just good enough. These are both probably good worth
keeping. I'm actually gonna put Koth on top.
Yeah, just the mountain. Hero Mountain. Good old-fashioned fast squire. This is that Norwood Ranger, mister.
Good old Norwood Ranger. So even here, like, they're gonna mire, go grab a black source.
The best thing they could do would be mire black source Day of Judgment. And even then...
Even that, like, we kill them. Well, red source. Yeah. Pyroclasm?
Helix.
Helix?
Helix.
That ain't enough. So our mana denial, like, I'm really happy that in our final game, our mana denial became the true power. And we get to finish things with Koth von Hammer Clan, like...
Hero Mountain.
Mountain is red.
Red with your blood! Blood! You must die! So, okay, so we dropped a game with our weird unfair deck, and we dropped a match. Yeah. We dropped 2 games with our completely fair, a 1 piece of fast mana red deck.
I mean, one of the tricks to, like, unfair decks is that there is a bit of a rock, paper, scissors, where it's like the unfair decks beat the fair decks. The fair decks do a real good job of, do a much better job of stuffing, you know, this dumb hyper aggro deck. And then we're the solution is to just go fucking kill them. Like,
yeah, see, we are very good against combo decks that are not turn 1 combo decks. So it's like, like I think if you channel into Kozilek, okay, on to game 2. But if you,
let me see if I actually if that card exists in here. I referenced this one a lot, but the correct answer to a barbarian's riddle is to choke on your cleverness and die.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wizard sits around and just does a bunch of bullshit and then they just get punched in the face.
I wouldn't hate that card to be reprinted either.
That one's been yeah, like you can't take extra turns and your opponent can't search.
Those are both effects that would be useful.
All right, well,
I hate fog so much.
I'm glad that our journey today was a profitable and fun one.
Do we play every color of mana? Do we play a black spell? We didn't play a black spell. You know, we had Grizzlebrand.
We had Grizzlebrand in our deck. I don't know if that counts. We tried to. I did pick Bob, like, legitimately trying to, but we didn't see Blood Crypt or like Badlands. We only saw Lava Claw reaches in 3, so it was like
So we had Dismember.
Oh no, we cast Dismember.
Yeah, so I think we did 5 colors of Magic today.
Yeah,
our 2 extremely different decks.
Our journey was a complete one. So
we got to take Kozilek out of the graveyard, or we got to turn Kozilek into the soul of a Bloodbraid elf that was in the graveyard. With the Kozilek.
All right. Well, that was great. Thank you, Gnome, for joining.
I'm always here for Cube.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody in the zoo. Hope you all had a fun time with Vintage Cube. I will try and do some more of this. I know this is around for a little while, and I've still got some time before Magfest, so we'll see if this fits in during times. Weekends would probably be the most often. But
I do know some of my plans are probably going to be falling apart because of that.
Yeah.
We doing Dragon Warrior Monsters this week?
I'm fine if we are or aren't. Your call.
I'm good on it. I would like to do it just so I don't forget what my plan is.
Yeah.
I had
Let's
a
do
plan
it.
for monster breeding, and if it lasts another week, I'll completely forget.
All
what
right.
it was.
Well, if you want to catch Dragon Warrior Monsters or Final Fantasy 12 or cards, you can always follow me, see when things are going live. You can subscribe for a cool skull and a slime.
That's skull and slime, the two things you need.
It's a good combo. Or if you don't, I'm glad you're just here having a good time, watching the stream, enjoying things. So, anyway, thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.